I had Hey, Casper Carter. Let me take these glasses off. Can you guys hear me? How is the sound quality? Because we are trying something new. So how's the sound? Hey, Tayana Smith. Thank you. Hey, Blue Holman. It's perfect. Okay. Okay, so we're trying a new setup today. Trying to get my little setup a little bit more professional because I am going to be working on a podcast. So I got my little mic set up. I'm all professional out here trying to be professional. So when I get my little podcast situation set up, um, I'll be just like everybody else out here in the YouTube universe, you know? Yeah, because we're going to be, me and my husband are going to be doing a podcast together talking about marriage and what it is like getting married later in life. Even though this is um, the second marriage for both of us, but we will be talking about that together as a couple. I think that would be a good topic because I do have a lot of women that follow me that are, in my age group. And I do want women to know that it is possible to get married in your 40s or 50s or whatever and have a very healthy and successful marriage older in life. Not that 40 is old or 50 is old, but it is older than traditional marriages. Because, people normally get married in like their 20s or 30s or whatever. So it is different. So what I wanted to, and I'm gonna get right into the topic. I'm hoping one of my moderators will show up. I know that they are not used to me coming in this early, so they may not be here, but don't get it twisted. Just because my moderators aren't here don't mean you won't get blocked, because you will. Um, so I want to talk about the situation that happened between Lovely T, Lovely T, and um, T.S. Madison. Let me see. Do I have my other phone? So either Friday, Thursday or Friday, or one day last week, um, B. Simone and some other people did it. Oh, there's KK. Okay, there's one of my moderators. Thank you, sweetie. One day last week, B. Simone and a couple of other people did a podcast, and I'm not even really sure what the theme of the podcast was because I didn't hear the entire podcast. I only heard this excerpt of the podcast because this is what we're talking about. So B. Simone and some of the other ladies were, talking about the different terms that are used in the LGBT community to describe um, trans people. So they use the term trainee, they use the term transsexual, and transgender. And they're trying to, I guess, figure out which term is correct um which term is derogatory, which is which. Because I'm kind of with other people when it comes to the LGBT community. It's too many terms at this point. And I know that the LGBT community is extremely broad, and it seems like the terms are changing every year. So it does make it difficult for um, people who are not in that community to kind of keep up with, the terms. Like, which terms are slang, which terms are politically correct, which terms are not correct. It's sometimes hard for um, straight people to keep up. So the word tranny came up, which is a derogatory term, I guess, in the LGBT community. So anyway, Lovely T kind of chimed in on this, the little podcast thing. She talked about it. And T.S. Madison got very offended, and it took a weird turn, because instead of T.S. Madison getting offended by B. Simone and the people in the podcast, T.S. Madison got offended by something that Lovely T said. So this whole situation got blew out of proportion to the point where T.S. Madison was calling, Lovely T a bitch. You bitches don't know me. Whoa, whoa, like she always does when she gets offended. She will just go off on the nearest black woman. Like, black women, every time something is said that T.S. Madison does not like, she just goes super duper hard on black women. I'm going to read your comments in a minute. Just hold tight. So T.S. Madison then made a post on her Instagram that people, your Instagram is open. So when your Instagram is open, people are going to comment, and people are not going to always agree with you. So someone said, I think I think you going in on the wrong person. Like, you doing too much. And so I commented and was like, yeah, I think so too. So me and that person got blocked off of T.S. Madison's Instagram. I am blocked. Like, I went back to try to screenshot what I said, so that when I made this video, you would be able to see exactly what I said and what the other person said. But by the time I went back, T.S. Madison had blocked me. So I said, it's good. So by this time, by yesterday, T.S. Madison had made a video about Lovely T, where she called her unloved T in the title of her video, Unloved T. In the video, she goes on to call her a hoe, a bitch. Um, then she says in the same breath, ma'am, I'm not going, after she called her a hoe, then she said, ma'am, I'm not going to disrespect you. She called her a Hogwarts slithering tongue ass bitch and said, you have a white or Italian husband. She's saying these things about Lovely T. So, what does Lovely T's husband have to do with this situation? And she's, telling Lovely T, unfollow me, unfollow me. And then she goes on to bring Nicole Brown into the situation. Can I have that? Thank you. Yeah, come back in a minute, okay? Go ahead. Just brush your teeth again. But just one, though. Unless Papa's gonna take us to the store. I'm sorry, you guys. My granddaughter's here. Yeah, go ahead. Turn that fan on, sweetheart. The fan. Yeah, thank you. Um, she goes on to bring Michelle Brown into the conversation, calling her doo doo brown and a dirty black bitch. And I'm like, I don't have a problem with T.S. Madison um getting upset. We all get upset, you know, and have conversations uh, around each other. But why can't we have those conversations respectfully? Like, I would never call T.S. Madison or anybody else a bitch. Hold on, Blue Holman. Hold on a minute. I do see your comment. She said because Lovely Ti was making excuses for why black men are being killed. That's not true. You did not watch her entire video. T.S. Madison took a snippet of what Lovely Ti said. T.S. Madison didn't watch the entirety of Lovely T's podcast. Lovely T did not make an excuse for why black men are being killed. As a matter of fact, when all of this stuff happened, Lovely T was out there during the protests. As a matter of fact, she got in a way one night and was actually tear gassed. The police had let out some tear gas and she had to run. She was there when all of this happened. What happened was Lovely T made a comment about George Floyd and his children. Lovely T said that George Floyd had not seen his 6-year-old daughter before all of this, stuff happened. And she was like, why are they putting George Floyd's daughter out in the front of, this whole movement when he hadn't even been in the child's life? There were no pictures of George Floyd and his daughter together for like a long time. It was just weird that they were just showing, and I agree with Lovely T on that situation. I wouldn't have said it. I wouldn't have said it because I know how sensitive people are, but I do agree with what she said. But some things I just don't say because I know that this is a very sensitive um, situation and that people will get very offended and upset. So T.S. Madison took that small snippet of Lovely T's video and played that. And then, of course, people got, all in their fifis. And she used that for people to then disrespect Lovely T. I don't have a problem with people having open and honest conversations. Now, if T.S. Madison can come to the place where she can sit down and talk to women without calling them a bunch of bitches and hoes, does she default to hoe because she used to be a hoe? Every woman ain't, like I've never walked the streets. I've never sold my body for money. So does T.S. Madison feel like everybody is a hoe because that's her testimony? The majority of women, that ain't our testimony. Street walking and selling our bodies is not our testimony. So you can't default all black women to be a hoe. We're not whores. I don't see Lovely T as a hoe. And to call every time you get mad at a black woman, they a hoe, they a bitch, that's you're problematic. There's a problem in there. And I don't understand why black women support that. Now I understand that T.S. Madison didn't, you didn't been through it, you didn't had a difficult time, but we all have had difficult times, and every time something happens, you don't have to clap back and call them like calling Michelle Brown Doodoo Brown and dirty black bitch and all of this kind of stuff. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with it. And I couldn't even finish T.S. Madison's video of her going in on Lovely T. I just can't listen to that level of negativity and ignorance because that's what it is. And I want to know why black women support that. Why? I mean, we want to be friends with people so bad that we allow them to just kick us and disrespect us and talk dirty. What? I don't understand it. Like, I don't want to be friends with anybody like that. I don't get it. And even if someone is a hoe or a prostitute or sex worker, what business is it of anybody's but theirs? And who is anyone to judge? Right. Like, why? I just want to know why she clapped back because she lied on her platform. These YouTube streets get real. I don't understand that. I don't lied about what? Lied about what? Like, did I miss something? No one talks about all the great things she does with and for black women. She loves black women, but Michelle calls her Mr. Man Hands. What great things has she done for black women? What Blue Holman? What great things have she done? I've never seen her do anything great for black women. I mean, so you are putting her in a position where she is a champion for black women. What has she done? I mean, I see her riding hard for transgenders because she is transgender. And just like she ride hard for transgenders, I'm going to ride hard for black women because I am a black woman. And let me tell you something, all of that clapping back, to me, when you clap back that hard and you are that disrespectful, it shows me that you have a lot of hurt and pain that is unresolved in your life. If you can't sit down and have a decent, respectful conversation with someone, you are you are mentally immature. If your clapback is always cursing and disrespectful, you're mentally and intellectually immature. You can't have a decent conversation. So Tiana Smith she said, all T.S. Madison do is sit up and talk about black women. T.S. Madison doesn't do that. T.S. Madison has employed black women and she advertises black women's businesses. Of course she does, because when she advertises those businesses, she gets products for free and they pay her. I would advertise their businesses too if my platform was large enough and those people would pay me and send me free stuff. Don't get it twisted, sweetheart. She's not doing that out of the kindness of her heart. This is a business that people are running on social media. You do things to make money. You grease my palms, I'll grease yours. Well, Tiana, if you don't like it, sweetheart, that door that you came in, you can go out of. Because this is my opinion. This is how I interpret what is going on. I did not just start watching T.S. Madison. This is a combination of things because every time a situation, and I can understand why Lovely T said what she said, because every time there is a problem with a black woman, T.S. Madison defaults to bitch, hoe, stupid, ugly, all of these problematic, derogatory terms. This is what I'm saying. So I'm pretty sure that is why Lovely T, Brown Mermaid Dobbs, good morning. I'm pretty sure this is why Lovely T said what she said, because it's true. Every time something happens, T.S. Madison does clap back with a very derogatory tone and terms. And it's okay to clap back, but when is her clapbacks going to be a little bit more professional, a little bit more polished? And professional and polished clapbacks hold more weight than disrespectful, derogatory terms. And I never see T.S. Madison clapping back at anybody white, any white women. She goes extremely hard on black women. That's the point that I'm making. And I don't want to um, argue. I love black women, but a select few attack me and I curse them out. Does that mean I hate black women? I don't know what it means because I don't know you. I don't know you. I've never seen you. I've never I don't know you. I've never seen you clap back at anybody. I don't know you. T.S. Madison is in the limelight. You know what I mean? You're a, I don't want to say celebrity, like a D-list celebrity, because you're not an A-list celebrity. So maybe ABC, the EF list celebrity, because a lot of people on YouTube, social media person. Um, so of course we're gonna hold you at a different standard than we do just regular people. And if your clapbacks are at black women default to bitch and hoe and stupid and all of these derogatory terms, then eventually people are going to start to side eye you. And when do you stop clapping back? You know what I mean? When do things stop being a clapback? And I know that that is a big thing in the LGBT. Oh, I read that bitch. I read her down. But when do you become a little bit more mature and intellectual in your reading? When does your reading stop defaulting to bitch and hoe? Because how is Lovely T a hoe? And what did her husband? I don't even think Lovely T is married. I don't know where she got the fact that she was married to a white or Italian man. I didn't think Lovely T was married. But even if she is married, what does that have to do with this situation? So Blue Holman said the point I'm making is that usually it's black women making fun of her. She doesn't get that type of hate from other demographics. Maybe. And maybe it's because other demographics don't watch her for that specific reason, because they have seen her clap back and act a fool and, be what stereotypically ghetto online, so they don't watch her. I don't normally watch her like on YouTube, or I used to watch her Facebooks, her Queen Supreme Court, but after Kaya left, she just wasn't funny to me without Kaya. And, I kind of like stopped watching. Maybe other demographics of people don't watch her. I would have to see her analytics to see, you know, what is her core audience. And I'm pretty sure her core audience is Black people, Black women, and gay men. I'm pretty sure. Like when I look at my demographics, mainly Black women in their 40s watch me. I do have some younger people. I do have a few other races, but my core demographic is Black people. So if your core demographic is a certain race, then of course that is what you will have, to go back and forth with. I mean, I just want people to look at the fact that sometimes you get what you put out. If you're constantly putting out negativity, or you're constantly clapping back, you're constantly cussing out people, then that's what you're going to get back. She gets what she puts out in the universe. And T.S. Madison, I'm sorry. I know that that is some of you guys' faves and y'all look up to her, but T.S. Madison throws out this extremely narcissistic. She is very narcissistic. Like she wants to come on her platform and say whatever she wants to say about people, and then doesn't want anyone to say anything back to her. I'm above you. I'm this. I'm that. You're down there. You're a hoe. You're a bitch. Okay, well, I don't know anything about her being active in Black politics. I've never seen her say anything about the political structure anywhere. Never. So I don't know anything about that. Brown Mermaid Dobbs said, I just listened to her TS retort, and I'm surprised to her that she always goes after Black women. We as Black women need to denounce homophobia and transphobia as well. And let me say this. Every time a Black woman says something that she does not agree with to a person in the LGBT community, it does not mean that we are homophobic or transphobic just because we don't agree with something that oh my God, I wish that word would be crossed out in 2020. I've heard that word so many times. Just because someone doesn't agree with what you're saying, or agree with you, or clap back at you, or say that they don't like something you said, does not mean that they're homophobic or transphobic. It just means they don't like what you as a person are doing, not the entire culture of the LGBT community, just you. Like, I don't think that everybody in the trans community is like T.S. Madison. I believe that there are trans people who mind their own business and are not disrespectful to women and not out here calling women out their names and a bunch of bitches and hoes, and don't believe that every Black woman is a hoe. I believe that there are some good. Okay, just one of these things is hitting my earpiece. I believe that there are some trans people that are extremely intelligent and don't default to bitch and hoe when it comes to women. There has to be some of them out there. And I think because T.S. Madison is in the position that she is in, it just seems to me that she would want to, let people see a different side of transgender people instead of this negative. Every time you say something to me, I'm gonna come back at you hard. I'm gonna make you understand. And if I have to hurt your feelings, I'm gonna do that because I don't care about you black bitches anyway. Like you know, that's that aggressive. And when I see her um get all riled up and rah rah, you black bitches, the only thing I start to see then is a man. I do. I'm sorry. I mean, because it's so aggressive. It's so aggressive. She takes such a aggressive stance with women. I didn't see you be timed out. Um, she takes such an aggressive um stance with women that I just like tune it out. I really do. I tune her out. I mean, I don't watch her that often. And the only reason why I really watch this situation is because um she went in on Lovely T, and then I guess Lovely T had let me oh, Phyllis timed her out. I don't know, child. I don't feel like dealing with that today, y'all. Can y'all get along? Let me see if I can find it on Lovely T's Instagram. Did she let me see, did she leave it up on her Instagram? Because I think she had posted it on her Instagram when what's the name called her a bitch. Okay, yeah. So she did. This is what I commented. This is the thread that I had commented on that got me blocked in T.S. Madison's chat. So T.S. Madison said, every time I clap back at a bitch, they become the victim. Remember, I clapped back. And so T.S. Madison, this is what T.S. Madison said. She said that first, and then she said, I'm about to see how many of y'all really open your eyes and see. I don't be fucking with nobody, especially black women. So when I respond, I repeat, respond. I don't want nobody that I wasn't fucking with to now become a victim. I've been watching your moves, ma'am. I've been silent, but what you're not going to do is use I'm a black woman to intimidate me. Not this day, Lovely T. See you soon. So Lovely T said, okay, so I guess I don't know whose thread this was on. So T.S. Madison said, oh, so you want it? Gotcha. And Lovely T said, I'm confused. Want what? Did you actually listen to the entire podcast? I gave commentary the same way you give your opinion on things on social media. At the end of the day, respect needs to be shown by everyone on all sides. That is the point to my podcast. So it just seems like T.S. Madison wanted to fight. Like she kind of goes around social media looking for someone to fight with. Like Lovely T didn't even want to fight with her. And I can tell she didn't. So T.S. Madison took to her social media like she always does. It's like she looks for women to fight with. I just don't think that that situation should have been blown up to the point that it was. That T.S. Madison, I'm sorry, she is problematic to me. And I don't know if she just, I know it has to be difficult to be. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but Kay said today is not the day. No day is the day to be disrespectful in this chat. We don't have it. Okay? So that is the first warning. There will be no more warnings. Okay? Just block them. You don't have to keep warning these people. Okay? I'm not arguing with nobody. Don't send out no more warning shots. Block them, remove their comments, and block them. That's it. You done fired a warning shot. Block them. If they can't come here and have an intelligent conversation, because that is what I'm doing, we're having a conversation. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm laying out my opinion about this without being disrespectful to anybody. And if they cannot handle that, block their ass. You done sent out one warning shot. That's all we do here. Okay? I don't even want to see that anymore. Block, block, blickety block. That's our song. You know that. Block them. Because the majority of the people that come over here and talk shit are not subscribers of mine anyway. Block them. Okay. Now, back to this. Um, and I'm not saying this to say that I, don't like T.S. Madison. I don't dislike anybody harshly. You know, there are things about people that I don't like, and I try to look at those things and not dislike the person as a whole. I don't like narcissistic people. I don't like people that, you know, all this clapping back and unchecked anger. I don't like. Like I'm not gonna deal with that. I don't watch people's channels who default to anger. I just don't. I don't watch people's channels that disrespect women. I try my best to stay away from those type of people. So I don't watch T.S. Madison very often because of the language and the tone and the anger and the underlying aggression that she puts out into the universe. I don't watch that. Now, I did, dip in on this situation, but I really could not even get through all of T.S. Madison's clapback to um, lovliti. It was a 30-minute video. I couldn't get through it. I couldn't. Because, for one thing, it's extremely redundant. You're mad, you're angry, you're cussing, you throwing out this slur, that slur, blah 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 blah. It's redundant. You called her a Hogwarts Slytherin tongue ass bitch. Huh? Like I don't know. I don't get it. And T.S. Madison is not like a 20-year-old. Like I expect that kind of stuff from these 20-year-old. But ain't she like in her 40s? Like, aren't you supposed to, calm down when you get to a certain age? Isn't your vernacular and articulation supposed to be a little different when you get to a certain age? Like, I'm in my 50s. Wouldn't I look stupid coming on here, just going off and calling somebody a bunch of Harry Potter slurs and stuff? Like, at a certain age, shouldn't your tone, vernacular, articulation, shouldn't it be different? Your mindset, the way you speak to people, the way you communicate with people, shouldn't that be different? Like, I know a lot of people, were not raised the way that I was. Like in high school, I was part of the debate team. I know how to stay on topic. When you're debating, you stay on topic. You talk about the topic. You don't get into an argument with someone about one topic, about the LGBT community, and then you go on to talk about the woman's husband, her kids, who she sleep with, what color man she like, huh? And I noticed that a lot of people, like this generation of people, like mentally, y'all all over the place. You don't know how to stay on topic and just deal with the topic at hand. You got to go through somebody's whole well, your dog is stupid, your husband is the house you live in, the car you drive. Okay, so what does that have to do with the word tranny? What? Like, that is so, it's so immature. It's so childish. But these are the people that you uplift. Like, y'all must like that. Because these are the people that you uplift. These are the people that, yeah, Maddie, get him, girl. You go, girl. No, I'm not. No, Maddie, you sound stupid. You sound stupid, girl. That's immature. That's childish. We did that in junior high school, in high school. I expected that when I graduated from high school to be a different person from the person that I was in high school. 42 years old, you're in the same mentally, you should be in the same headspace with me. You at 42, you should not be in the same headspace as 20-year-olds. Because if you are, then that shows that there has been no growth. You're going backwards. Growth wise, mentally, if you're in the same headspace in your 40s as 20-year-olds, you're aging backwards mentally. And that's not what you want to do. You want to age forward. You want your mind to continuously be maturing. Moth Mama, I have a red light that shows up on my phone for lives. I don't know why, but it does as long as I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I don't have that either. I don't have that. So, does anybody want to? I don't care about those people that got deleted. They probably got timed out for a reason. Um, Phyllis said, "Don't come on here with the foolery." My moderators don't be playing, y'all. Y'all can't come on here playing with people. Y'all gotta do that someplace else. Cause they don't play. And they shouldn't. Blue Holman says she clapped back at men as well. People need to be respectful on both sides. T.S. Madison loves black people as a whole. She has the Madison in the Morning show and talks about all black issues. You know, I'm gonna say this. I'm not going to say that she does not love black people. She probably does love black people. She probably does love black women to an extent. She loves the black women that agree with her. And I think as a content creator, because I'm going to include myself, we do get somewhat narcissistic, especially on our platforms. We do want people to not disrespect us because you see how I am. I will block you in a minute. I will block you to keep from calling you, out of your name and disrespecting you. This is my thing. I would rather block you than go off and get into a battle with you. You're not going to battle me on my home front. You're not. You're not going to disrespect this my home front. You're not going to come into my house and disrespect me. These are my rules. And I think a lot of that is Maddie's narcissism goes a little bit deeper than that. Her whole thing is you're not going to disrespect me, period. Maybe she has had, a lot of challenges around being transgender. I know that has to be a difficult thing to deal with. I haven't had that. I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to be a prostitute and walk the street and get bullied. And my only bullying was because I wore glasses and was overweight in um middle school. I didn't even really get bullied in high school. Middle school was kind of different. It was weird for me. That was a time when, I did get kind of bullied or whatever. But high school was, normal. I wasn't one of the cutest girls. I didn't get the boys and all of that kind of stuff. So, I know that there is a stigma attached to transgender, the LGBT community. They all have their own stigmas. And I think those stigmas and nuances and everything just makes Maddie a somewhat angry transgender person. And every time someone says something that she doesn't like, that anger rises up. Maddie is like a volcano that's constantly erupting. And lava is hot, it's destructive, it's extremely dangerous. Everything it touches, it destroys. And I don't think Maddie understands the level of eruptions that she has. I don't think she understands that. And I don't think she can see that because everyone that is around her are yes people. They're telling her, "Oh, you're fine. Yeah, girl, get him, girl." Instead of having that one person or two or three people around her that's telling her, "Girl, you need to tone it, come on, that was a little bit too much." Or why can't you sit down and have, more civilized conversations with people? I really think that if Maddie would stop clapping back and start having more decent conversations with people, she would open up her doors to have more people support her. Like she loses support by going in on black women and disrespecting them the way that she does. Because no black woman wants to sit around. Well, some of y'all do because y'all crazy and y'all done put her on this pedestal. That's her problem too. I ain't even gonna go into the ego. I could, but I'm not. Y'all done put her on a pedestal that she's having a hard time living up to because she's not ready for that. She's not ready to be elevated to that point. And y'all putting her up there and she's constantly cussing people out and not knowing that every time you cuss out a woman, you drop down a peg until eventually you're going to cuss out the wrong person and you're going to make the news just like Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star and everybody else because they're going to start saying that you're problematic. And I don't want that for Maddie. Like I don't want her to be, the problematic transgender woman. Because to me, she's not like a really good representation of transgender women. I'm sorry. And y'all can hate me if you want to, but I don't care. Because hey Cindy, Um, y'all get mad when you say something about your fave, but I mean, call your fave out. If I do something, you don't have a problem calling me out. And what makes her any different? Maddie needs to all of this, calling people doo-doo brown and slithering bitches and all kind of stuff. No, that's ridiculous. It is. So this is my take on the situation. I kind of like my new setup. If you guys didn't see it, we do have a mic, nice little setup here. So for the people that were late, me and my husband are going to be doing a podcast about marriage. Um, he has his mic also. So we're going to be talking about, certain situations, um, married couples, married after 40, um, those type of conversations. For women, oh, thank you, Kay. For women, I am going to be talking about, how to feel sexy after 40, because the world is set up to only show young women as sexy. You know, after 40, you have a tendency to not see as many older women in lingerie and sexy poses. So what do you think? Like we after you turn 40, you're not sexy anymore. You can't wear lingerie and don't be 40 and overweight. You know, you very seldom see overweight women in lingerie and in sexy positions or showing themselves as sexy or exuding sex because there is some weird stigma that grandmas can't be sexy. So, yeah, I'm about to be out here showing y'all what it's like to be 50 sexy, grandma sexy. Cause I'm gonna do an OnlyFans. I sure am. Cause if y'all young folks can be out here making your money on OnlyFans, I'm gonna show you what these over 50 women be working with, okay? Because my booty still look good. It still look good. You hear me? I'm still out here popping for somebody that's in their 50s. So I do want to talk about what it's like to be 50 and vibrant and still sexy. I mean, my husband still, calls me beautiful and, enjoys my body. Like, I'm not ashamed of my body at all just because I'm 50. I may say that my stomach is big, but I mean, it's my big, beautiful stomach. It's part of my body. I'm not ashamed of anything that is on my body. I earned this grandma body, this grandma booty, this grandma stomach. This stomach then brought two babies in this world. These titties, then the nurse babies, then held babies. All these grandkids then laid up on these titties and been happy. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be out here showing y'all what it's really like to be 50, sexy, beautiful, loving my body in the body that I have. This my body. So you gonna do what? Okay. Don't step on my chords. Um, loving this body that I have. Now you know, Oshun's children, we beautiful. Period. Period. Oshun's kids think they cute anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna be out here. I want y'all to see that women over 50 still believe that they're beautiful. I'm beautiful. Now, you don't have to see the beauty. I see it. That is what matters. As long as I see it. When I stop seeing it, then it's a problem. Moss Mama said, I'm here for it. So I want y'all to. Oh, Kay said it's Omo Oshun, respectfully. Okay. Yes, it is. It is Omo Oshun. So don't saying Omo is just saying child. Okay. So you want to put the the rest of the title there. Because you don't want to say, hey child. Omo means child. Child of. So you don't want to just say, hey child. You want to say, hey child of Oshun, or hey Omo Yemiya, Omo Shango, Omo whatever. So put the rest of the title on there. It is that does make it more respectful. And that's not just for me. That's for any one that you speak to in this religion. You always use their correct term. If they're a child of Yemiya, you say Omo Yemiya. If they're a child of Shango, you say Omo Shango or Omo Obatala. Because anytime you address someone in this religion, you address their title always as a sign of respect. And with me being an elder, you will respect me as Omo Oshun because you respect me. So you may not know that. So we're just letting you know that you say my entire title um, when you address me like that. Or just say, hey, that's fine. But yeah, any child of Orisha, you say their entire title. Or if you want to just say hey, just say hey. But if you start out with part of the title, then you have to finish it up. Like when people ask me, oh, do you want to be called Miss or Miss or Mrs.? It's Mrs. because I'm married. So you don't call me Miss Brown, you call me Mrs. Brown, married Brown. So That's that's just, little fun fact. Okay? No, I know, sweetie, you probably just didn't know. We just want to let you know that I am an elder. Um so you should respect me in um that light. Now if you want to just say hey or hello or whatever, but when you start the title, you have to finish it all the way out as one word, just like I have it. You don't have to put the 94602 in the chat, but Omo Oshun, the entire title. Okay. Thank you, sweetie. So I am going to go. My granddaughter is still here. Well, she got here yesterday. And we thank God the it's not a super windy day today. So we're probably going to take the what is it? A lounge couch out in the backyard and try to blow that thing back up. You got to catch the air in it because it's a air lounger. Um, we're going to take that out and just chill out in the backyard. And I'm probably going to make some lemonade. I'm gonna make some ginger lemonade, and we are going to drink lemonade and shoot the shit. Just me and my girl. I enjoy the times that we spend together. Um, I'm just, praying that the times that she shares with me are extremely memorable. I didn't have that with my grandmother. Um, I'm going to write a book about, my experiences growing up. I mean, we've all had bad experiences growing up. It's, so crazy. But I do want to write a book and talk about, what it was like for me and my grandparents and stuff growing up. And I just want more than anything to make her experiences with me and her grandfather extremely special. Um, she is how the kids have to do back and forth on the weekends. So she's with her mom during the week and she's with her dad on the weekends, and then she's with her grandparents usually after. Now that school is out, she can spend the weekend with her dad, and then she'll spend a couple of days here, and then she'll go home while the school is out. So, when she comes over, I just, want things to be special. I'll take her shopping. We do our nails, we do makeup. Yesterday, we went to the store. I bought her some mascara. Told her she can, wear it around the house and stuff. And her mother has already said that she can have mascara. But we're probably going to do our nails. We're going to have a spa day. And, I have like all of the masks. I have the little, what is it? Rose quartz rollers. So we're going to do crystals. We're just going to have a good time today because my husband is going to go to work soon. So it's just going to be, girly girl time. It is nice here today. Yesterday, it was super windy. I mean, it was so windy that the cable kept going in and out. I was so mad about that. But today, the wind is kind of low. We may even walk to the park and come back. There's a walking trail that um, is not too far from where we live. You walk down the trail and then you end up at the park, which is right on the water. So we may walk over there and walk back later on this evening. Yesterday, when she got here, the turkeys were walking down the street because in the early in the morning and late in the evening, the turkeys migrate, and it seems like they're coming from the park because they're coming from that area, and I don't know where they're going, but this area has a lot of wild turkeys, and every now and then you will see a deer. Not actually in the housing development that we live in, but as you're coming into the development, there is signs for deer crossing, and a few times we have seen um, deer just out there eating. But this area is full of turkeys, wild turkeys, and they're big turkeys. So in the evening, they're always walking down the street like the turkeys take their evening stroll. So when the weather is nice, everybody is normally at the park, or walking on the little walking trails. So we may go over and walk to the park. So it's nice here. I'm so glad it's not like super hot. And we do have a gazebo now in the backyard, so we can go and sit under the gazebo. The turkeys are huge. So we're going to go and we're going to have a spa day, probably do our nails and do some facials and stuff. So I got to keep her busy. You know how preteens are. She's constantly, moving and doing something. But I mean, it's a lot of stuff here to keep her busy. I have a lot of makeup and fingernail stuff. So, this is girly girl heaven because I'm such a girly girl. Like, I love makeup and facials and fingernail polish and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm so glad that she is such a girly girl. I mean, even if she wasn't, like, if she wasn't, a girly girl, it wouldn't matter. Like, we would still find something that the two of us enjoy together. So I'm going to do that. I think my father-in-law is cooking some chicken. So I'm pretty sure we're having some type of stewed chicken or something for dinner because he is already up, honey, and about to put that chicken in the oven if it's not already in there. So yeah, we're gonna go outside um now and just chill out. I can't wait till we move because I want to get a pool. Um, when we move, I want a swimming pool. Can you please follow me? Damian Wilson Herbs and More. Is that your channel? You do videos on herbs and stuff? I sure will follow you on YouTube or Instagram. I don't wait till it pop up on my phone because it's kind of slow. What do you do? What do you do on your channel? You talking about herbs and stuff? Y'all know all my herbs are packed up. I don't have anything. Everything is still in storage. So, um oh yeah, it don't I mean, it gets hot here, but no, not as hot as it gets in the south. Because we live so close to the bay, there's always like a kind of uh a bay breeze here. So no, it don't get as hot here as it does in the south. Nowhere near as hot here as it is in the south. So I definitely can't say that. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I hate that YouTube did that. It won't let you go like directly to the person's channel anymore. So I'll have to, um, yeah, it's a breeze here. It won't let you go to the person's channel. I have peppermint growing like crazy. I knew it was a bad idea to plant it in the yard. I don't know what made me do it. Really? I didn't know it grew like that. I can't wait to grow lavender and everything. Like, I don't have any lavender. I don't have anything. I don't have any of my herbs on YouTube. Okay. I will follow you. Well, do you have any videos? Let me go to your channel. Let me see. What is it? Damien Damien no, Damien Wilson. Damien Wilson. Herbs. You don't even have no herb videos. Is this it? Wait a minute. You have 24 videos? You got 24 videos? You don't have no herb videos though. Your videos are like you have a lot of music videos. Okay, you're gonna need to get some herb videos now. If you want us to follow. Because we ain't gonna be following you with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Let us know when you get some herb videos. Okay? Alright, I'm finna go, y'all. I love mint, lemon, and ginger. Oh, yes, I do too. Oh, I should go to the store and get some mint and lime. Oh, mint and limeade, like you make it, you put it in a blender, you put mint and a lime and some sugar in the blender. Oh God, it's good. And I used to go to this place. It was an Indian restaurant, and they made these lime and mint drinks, and it was like a slushy. They said it had some type of health properties. It was supposed to be like really good for you. I guess it's kind of similar to the lemon and ginger drink. And I noticed I've been having like just a little bit of congestion. So I'm truly about to make I'm about to get off here right now and make some lemon and ginger. Okay, well, when you make a herb video, we'll come by there and check you out. So I don't know if I really like this. These headphones are irritating. Well, maybe I can do it without the headphones. I don't have to have the headphones, but I guess the headphones um helps you hear how loud you are or whatever. I don't know. I don't like the headphones. Can you tell me something? My birthday was yesterday. Can I tell you what? Happy birthday? Happy birthday! I can tell you happy birthday, right? I mean, like, what else did you want me to tell you? Did you want like a card reading or something? Detox the liver and helps with digestion. Yes. Is that the mint? Is that the mint and lime? Because I know you know how you when you go and you get like those type of herbal drinks because they make them fresh. This is not like something that they have in the freezer. They make them fresh for you right there. So they do have like the little excerpt under the drink of what it's for and stuff. But I keep forgetting, child. Plus, I think that restaurant's closed now because the building where they are got remodeled or whatever, and I don't think they came back. But yeah, it did. Astrology. I'm not into astrology. I don't do astrology. I never really um I don't talk about astrology. I'm not really into astrology like that. Like to the point where I could um like really go into astrology. I'm not into that. Either lemon or lime, and then mint and ginger. I know it. Yeah, ginger helps with inflammation, and ginger helps with digestion also. So inflammation, digestion, all of those type of things. That's why I always keep um ginger, and ginger is good for nausea also. And so when I have those like IBS, is it IBS now? Yeah, when I have those IBS flares, I always will eat a piece of ginger to try to settle my stomach. So, can you do more voodoo doll videos? Um, I'm going to have to find my dolls because if you don't know, sweetheart, we are in a transition right now. We are moving. Well, we're looking for a house, and a lot of my stuff is still in storage. So if I can find one of my dolls, I will. I was thinking about just making another one just for video purposes, but I haven't um, got around to that yet. But looks like I'm going to have to either go in storage and find one of my dolls or make another one because I think we're gonna be here a little bit longer than what I thought we were because finding a house is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. I don't know why I thought we would be out of here in like a month or whatever, but at first we had said that if we didn't find a place right away, that we were going to just move into an apartment. But I mean, it really doesn't make any sense to move into an apartment and pay super high rent when we can stay here and save money. So I don't know. So everything is packed up. Okay. That's why I haven't been doing video on herbs and a lot of the those type videos because all of my herbs and all of my stuff is packed up. Okay. So if I go into the storage and I find some of those things, then I will do those videos. But if I don't, you guys are just going to have to wait until we move and get settled and I can get back into my regular routine. Okay, so I'm going to go now. I will talk to you guys later. And I hope that you know this video doesn't get back to TS Madison and then she wants to do some clap back at me. I I I hope that it doesn't. And if she does, she gonna clap back with herself because I'm not gonna be sitting up here arguing with someone over my opinion. So I will talk to you guys later. I love you. I may come back later today. Maybe me and my granddaughter will do a little small snippet or something. Gizmo is up and out. He is taking aspirin. We did get him some aspirin yesterday and he can only take them every 12 hours. So he took one yesterday. He took one today. He's up and he's, I guess, in the room with my husband or outside. I just heard somebody go outside, so he could be outside. I don't know, child. But he is up. He's moving around. He's taking the aspirin. It hasn't affected his stomach or anything. So I think he's going to be okay. So I will see you guys later. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being supportive and, just being able to listen to my opinion. And I will see you guys soon. I love you. Bye.